taking on the Lakers, a packed house. I mentioned emotions running high, and Eddie Johnson bothered by the numerous Laker jerseys in the crowd.
Yeah, don't like it.
I'm with you on that. Opening tip controlled by the LA Lakers. Suns broadcasts are made available in high definition by Verizon Wireless. Check your cable or satellite listings for HD channels. This should be fun. Here tonight from US Airways Center, Jay Rich has Kobe, picks up the foul. Bucket and one for Kobe to start this one.
Yeah, you know, Jay Rich wants to be physical, and that's fine, but you got to test Kobe early on to see if he's going to make some shots. He's had some tough shooting nights as well over the last few weeks, so you don't want to bail him out right away. Stay down. You're not going to block his shot anyway, and so it's no need to elevate when he does.
The boos, the chance of MVP drowning each other out. Tonight's officials, Mike Callahan, James Capers, and Kevin Fear. Fourth and final meeting of the regular season between the Suns and the Lakers. LA won the first two at home, blowing out the Suns. Phoenix came back late December to defeat LA. They were without, though. The Lakers did not have Ron Artest in that game. Amari powers in.
Yeah, I agree with that move from Amari Stoudemire. He can get that jumper on Gasol all game long, but you want to force him to move his feet and hopefully get him in foul trouble.
And that's been the beauty of Amari Stoudemire during his recent surge. Not settling for jump shots, attacking the basket. They go into Pau Gasol, who's been wanting some more touches, better balance, way short on the soft left-handed hook. Nash rehab, some manipulation over the last 5 days on his back, and that abdominal strain sets up Robin Lopez.
You know, and Phil Jackson has not seen Robin Lopez, and I probably would surmise that shot surprised him. But that's something we've been seeing on a normal basis since he's been in the lineup.
Suns come out pretty sharp early. Robin Lopez in a switch has Ron Artest in the corner. Back iron. Andrew Bynum keeps that ball high above his head.
Well, Mari had 2 7-footers standing right there. He really had no help inside.
Nash working off the Lopez screen, keeping that dribble alive. So many point guards now emulating that style of Steve Nash. Bounce feed Amari. One dribble, rises up, rolls off, and rebounded by Kobe.
Good look there. Good patience from Steve Nash.
Skip pass to the veteran Derek Fisher, and he plugs it for two. 35-year-old Derek Fisher, 4 NBA titles.
He's been up and down, and no doubt about it, and they've relied on their bench to come in and really make up the loss of consistency from him.
Grant Hill, 4 straight games scoring at least 16 points for the Suns. That one was straight but a little strong. Has been so consistent for Phoenix. Pau Gasol, fouled by Robin Lopez. Early foul on Jason Richardson, and now one on Robin.
Well, you know, defensively, they're going to be tested, no doubt about it. I mean, with this offense, and then you involve Kobe Bryant in a 2-man game, you're going to be challenged. And you have to move your feet. You have to play position defense because they're going to execute extremely well, and they're not going to throw the ball away. And so, you know, if you're going to be a defensive-tuned team any given night, it has to be the night against this basketball team.
And Pau said it, the Lakers needing more balance, relying too heavily on Kobe Bryant, wanting more touches earlier in the season. Lakers had a 3-game losing skid, all 3 coming on the road before winning their last game at home, a 2-point victory over Toronto on Tuesday. Kobe with his 6th-game winner. Artest batting it away from Grant Hill. It goes off of Ron Artest. Suns will still have it. 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, if you're Grant Hill, you just can't allow Ron Artest to get in front of you and get an advantage when you meet that pass. He is just too quick. He will pick it off.
Kobe said it, that Artest has changed the DNA of this Lakers team. They are much better defensively. Amari Stoudemire with the soft bounce inside. Second field goal for Stat. The Lakers leading by 1. Remember, that was that off-season trade-off for the Lakers. They let Ariza go to Houston and brought in Ron Artest, who lobs it inside to Bynum. Waxed by Amari, but a goaltending call. Count the hoop for Andrew Bynum.
They're allowing Bynum to just camp in the lane. I mean, I counted 4 seconds that time. I mean, sooner or later, they got to take a look at it. I mean, this guy's getting more than 3 seconds.
Yeah, Alvin Gentry has that same stopwatch that you have, Eddie. Top of the key, Amari Stoudemire. Couldn't dial it in, tipped around, and recovered by Kobe Bryant. 4th in the NBA right now in scoring. About 28 points per game. Lob feed. They go to Bynum again. Couldn't put it in. Amari snatches it away. Up ahead now. Nash. Bounce feed. Grant Hill. Thought about backing down on Kobe, and now face up. Kobe's still one of the best defenders in the NBA, reaching in, and a foul called on Kobe Bryant by James Capers. Alvin Gentry was all over that play as well.
Well, he fouled him the first time. They didn't call it. Normally when a player reaches from behind with the offhand and sticks his hand inside, they normally will call that, but Kobe's going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Inside of 10 on the shot clock. Another nifty bounce pass from Nash to Amar'e Stoudemire, regroups and puts in his third shot.
Well, the one advantage the Suns are going to have now is the fact with Lopez in the game, that frees Amar'e Stoudemire to get to that offensive glass. He's a better jumper and a quicker style than Paul Gasol.
They jump out on Kobe. They double team him. And now on the baseline, backing inside, going to the left. Ron Artest, pretty move inside. His scoring is down, but he has been a defensive menace as always.
He can post up, and even though Lopez gives a lot of height above him, didn't matter. He's got that width Ron Artest does.
Nash tripped up. No look feed to Robin Lopez right through his hands out of bounds.
Don't know if he could have did anything with it anyway. I mean, he caught the ball, really had nowhere to go.
Mentioned that Ron Artest has changed his hairstyle twice since the Suns last played. That is how he looked on Sunday in Orlando against the Magic. Then had the clean look back at home on Tuesday. Run out for the Suns. Finishing touch by Grant Hill. Grant averaging 18.5 points over the last 4 games. Oh, Robin Lopez picks up his second personal foul. We talked about how critical it would be for Robin Lopez to stay out of foul difficulty with Channing Frye watching this game at home.
It's a good officiating crew, but they're off to a tough start. I mean, because that ball was out of Kobe Bryant's hands. I mean, you think about it, the ball's gone. Now, where's the foul? I mean, the ball is gone. I mean, so basketball is a contact sport. I think right there, that's not a foul. That's an opportunity to get a rebound, or he scores the bucket.
Jarron Collins will check in for Phoenix to replace Robin Lopez. Kobe misfires on the first free toss. Jarron was looking forward to this challenge, saying he would get physical with Andrew Bynum and Pau Gasol.
Jarron's a veteran. I mean, you saw the other night when he had to come in and shoot the free throw. I mean, he basically almost forced Alvin to leave him in. I mean, because he came out prepared. That's why you want veterans on your team. For that specific reason, they're always ready, and they can get into the flow regardless if they played the last 10 games or not.
Played such a physical brand of hoops in Utah with the Jazz. Shot rejected. Out of the pack comes Derek Fisher. Scoop feed to Andrew Bynum for the slam. Pretty pass and setup from Derek Fisher.
He ran the floor. I hadn't seen Bynum run that fast in a while.
I told you, he is very athletic for a 7-footer. Comes up with his third field goal. Amar'e has 3 for the Suns. And in the paint, Mike Callahan spots the infraction on Andrew Bynum. Lakers leading by 4, coming in 47-18. First in the Western Conference, 2.5 ahead of the Mavericks, who have won 13 straight. Tomorrow take on the Knicks, so it could be 14 in a row for Dallas. And the Lakers 3.5 up on the Denver Nuggets. Suns turn it over once again.
All right, telegraph that one. I mean, he should have just held up a sign and said, I'm going to pass to Grant Hill.
Fisher. Nash was there to alter the shot. 3-on-3. Behind the line for 3. Steve Nash, absolutely. Good to see. You know, the pain, the fatigue was obvious for Nash going into that spring break, and you could see it in his shooting numbers. Previous 4 games, Steve was just 1 of 10.
Well, everything's controlled for him. Anytime you have some injury around your groin area and back, I mean, it just changes your posture and the way you play.
1 of 10 from far away for Nash in those last 4 games. Powell, one of the best interior post players in the NBA.
Yeah, 2 dribbles is enough.
Stoudemire goes up, and down it goes for Amar'e, and 1, fouled by Pau Gasol. Boy, Amar'e has been so active, bringing the energy here in the first quarter, pulling the Suns to within 1. He'll be at the line when we come back.
Well, rust is not a factor. The Suns have come out, and they have been focused, and defensively they've been okay. And right now, they're giving the Lakers what they're giving them. We have a close game early. And be ready for the playoffs.
He was part of a stellar Suns bench in the last meeting against the Lakers here in Phoenix, December 28th. The Suns rolled LA 118-103. Kobe actually sat out the final 8 minutes when the outcome was decided. Kobe had 34, but the Suns bench scored 52 in that victory. Stoudemire on his own run. 3 straight 30-plus point games, averaging 30 points, 10 rebounds over his last 5. He has just been phenomenal ever since the passing of that trade deadline as well. 5:40 to go here in the first quarter. Amar'e with that 3-point play. He has 9 points for Phoenix. We're tied up at 16. Kobe Bryant rises up on Richardson, tipping inside. Andrew Bynum, those long arms of Bynum.
He worked Amar'e underneath the rim. Amar'e's going to fight him early on. You know, when he sees Kobe's getting ready to shoot the ball, he's almost got to sometimes turn and face Bynum just to get him out of there.
Bynum had 26 points and 15 rebounds in the first meeting against the Suns in Phoenix. The crush for Amar'e. Spoon-fed by Steve Nash. Nash already with 4 assists. Amar'e already in double figures, scoring with 11.
Well, not a high-scoring output right away. I mean, you know, you would think both of these teams would push it and run, and I think that's what Phil Jackson is thinking. Suns getting some high-percentage opportunities inside. This time out here is all about defense.
Phil Jackson not happy right now with Lamar Odom, who checked in off the bench, and apparently he was the one that allowed Amar'e to go in for that dunk, and Phil quickly calls a 20-second timeout.
Well, he's getting his point across.
Yes, he is, as he usually does. This 20-second timeout brought to you by Dial Complete. Defend yourself against germs this season. Lakers losing 3 of their last 4. Phil looking for some sense of urgency and didn't see it defensively from LA right here.
Well, you know, Steve goes baseline and then no rotation. It seems to me he should have been screaming at Kobe. But he was probably screaming at Lamar, but really talking to Kobe.
Is that how it works?
That's how coaches do sometimes.
Is that how he handled Michael Jordan, too? If he was upset, he'd just yell at Phil.
He'd yell at somebody else. You know, every team has a whipping boy. Unfortunately, I understand that all too well because I was a whipping boy for a lot of coaches.
Really? I can't imagine.
Yes.
Suns have dropped back into a zone defense. Kobe from the baseline. Offline. Odom trying to save it. It looked like it went off of Bynum, but they say it was Jared Dudley who last touched it.
Well, no argument from Dudley, so he was correct.
Well, Dudley has come in off the bench along with Jarron Collins for Phoenix. And we are going to take a look at the shot clock. They'll put 23 seconds on the shot clock. And with 4:43 to go in the opening period. Suns back home here on Sunday to host the New Orleans Hornets. Andrew Bynum. Not much elevation on that shot. And then in the backcourt, being tied up was Jarron Collins and Kobe Bryant. And Kobe picks up his second personal foul. Baited by the veteran, the professional Jarron Collins.
Jarron Collins did the correct thing. He just stuck his hands up in the air and did not fight back. And there you go. All Jarron Collins doing is running down the floor. And Kobe right there getting a little frustrated. Good job. I tell you, that Jarron Collins knows how to get it done.
Oh, he knows how to get underneath the opponent's skin. So Kobe has to check out with those 2 fouls. Dudley goes baseline, finds Amar'e Stoudemire through traffic and draws the contact. Another tick to the line for Amar'e Stoudemire. 5 of 10 from the field, already with 11 points. Been an exceptional start for Amar'e. Suns 6-man. Did you know you will have 12 chances to win $10,000 cash when you renew your season tickets? How's that for heart-pounding action? Renew now for your $10,000 signing bonus. Stoudemire, perfect 2 of 2 from the line. Last meeting with the Lakers here at home, the Suns victory. Amar'e had 26. Good to go on both tosses. 13 points for Amar'e, 2-point Suns lead. I found it interesting, too, after the last game for the Suns. They had that spring break, but Indiana and Danny Granger, some of the Pacers, calling the Suns a dirty team. that was music to the ears of Alvin Gentry and Dan Marley, the Suns staff, maybe even Suns fans as well.
That's good to hear. I've never heard that.
Shannon Brown overshoots it. Lob feed. Nash is the best at that pass. Inside to Jason Richardson. The perfect touch on that lob feed. A 9-2 run by the Suns.
Shannon Brown, he's a leaper, but, you know, couldn't deal with that one there. Caught him flat-footed right over the top.
Just a beautiful pass from Nash. 5 assists already in the first quarter. Suns with a 4-point lead, their biggest of the period. They swarm on Bynum, still in that zone. Shot clock is down to 3. Nothing happening offensively for the Lakers. Artest had to chuck it up.
Yeah, they were surprised. And that's why the zone can work for you as a surprise, but you just can't allow a team to just load up against it after a while.
Amari going to work now on Lamar Odom. Draws 3 defenders. Nash for 3. That will be wide right by a wide margin. Offensive rebound. Dudley kept it alive. Stoudemire puts it in. 15 points for Amari going off in the first quarter.
Wow. That diet he was on for those 5 days, I need to find out what that diet is. I need to get on that one.
You ever tried one of those vegan diets?
It's not going to help my game, but it'll help my explosiveness.
You can't eat anything that has eyes. But all eyes on Amari Stoudemire in the first quarter. Going after his 4th straight 30-point game. He's halfway home. Suns on a 12-2 surge over the defending champs. At home over Indiana in their last game, and then losing the opener of the homestand to the Utah Jazz. And Eddie, you know it's a long homestand when you play the same team twice.
Exactly. But, you know, again, early in the year, the Suns were on the road a lot. And so, again, it's an 82-game schedule. And Paul Gasol, right now, Jarron Collins doing the job. You know, look, it's no secret why he has been in the league as long as he's been. I mean, he understands how to play the game, and he creates problems for the offensive player.
That was his goal, getting physical with Pau Gasol and Andrew Bynum. Years of physical play in Utah. Inserted because of the foul difficulty with Robin Lopez, who picked up 2 quick fouls. Nash, head fake, launches it up. Batted around and picked up by Lamar Odom. Amari Stoudemire looked like he took an elbow to the side of the head. Adam Morrison is on the court now for the Lakers. Has not played much this season. He's out there along with Shannon Brown off the bench. And Jordan Farmar, along with Lamar Odom, the only starter on the court for the Lakers. Pau Gasol, 5 on the shot clock. Morrison lets it fly. Front iron. Nash comes away with it. Dragic has come in for Phoenix out of that last time out. Playing the 2-guard position. Amari is held and fouled by Odom in the paint. Doing his work early, Amari Stoudemire, and he's still kind of grabbing that right ear.
Be an idea of strength. Now, Lamar Odom standing next to Amari, you think Lamar Odom was a little bit heavier. But yet Amari held him off in the paint, kept his position. It goes to show you really how deceivingly strong Amari Stoudemire is. And the one guy that I relate to is Buck Williams, a guy that was one of the best rebounders in the history of the NBA. About 6'8", weighed about 225, 230. But I'm telling you, you ran into him, you thought you ran into a steel wall. And I think that's Amari Stoudemire, no doubt about it, on the court.
Amari has been fantastic in this first quarter. He's hit all 5 of his free throws. 17 points for Stat. Suns lead is 8. They're on a 10-0 push here in the final stages of the opening quarter. A very unique lineup on the court for Phil Jackson and the Lakers. Suns using that effective zone floater in the paint for Shannon Brown, who found a seam.
Yeah, didn't want the 3, but navigated his way into a better shot.
Shannon Brown, who was in the dunk contest during All-Star Weekend in Dallas, kind of underwhelming. I think he's a better dunker in game action. Nash through the obstacle course, pulls back. Offensive rebound, Jarron Collins in a fresh 24. Dudley lights up a 3. Credit Jarron Collins.
Exactly. And you get a second opportunity, especially if you're the Suns. They already shoot the high percentage already. You give them 2 chances down, they're going to make one.
Jarron has had a major impact for the Suns in this first quarter. Morrison shut down by Nash. Dragic closes out on Shannon Brown. 4 on the shot clock for Gasol. Back iron. Lamar Odom cleans up inside.
That's the leg game. You know, officials need to call that early. Lamar Odom understanding that the Suns want to run. You have to let the ball go.
Just eclectic skills for Lamar Odom. He can do it all. Rebounding, scoring, passing the ball for a 6'10" player. Nash into the paint, scoop and shovel feed over to Jarron Collins. It goes out of bounds, and they will give it to the Lakers. From here, it did look like it went off of Jarron's leg. 32.6 left to go here in the first. Suns 3 turnovers in the period, 2 for the Lakers. Nash defensively in the corner on Jordan Farmar out of UCLA. Tipped in by Pau Gasol, and he's fouled in the act by Jarron Collins. Chance at a 3-point play for Pau Gasol.
Lakers not shooting the ball well from outside. And inevitably what's going to happen is they start to put their head down. And what the Suns have done is allowed them to get to the rim. And that's all on Farmar getting to the rim more so than Jarron Collins allowing Gasol to get an and one.
Pau Gasol has been very active here in the first quarter. 11 touches, 4 field goal attempts. And this now will be his 4th free throw. Wanting to be more involved, can't finish off the 3-point play, and the Suns can take the final shot of this first quarter. Farmar ran into a Jarron Collins screen. He freed up Steve Nash. Once again, it was Jarron Collins involved on the play. 7-point lead, final seconds. Farmar shut down by Nash, can't connect. Done with one here in downtown Phoenix. All about Amar'e Stoudemire, and then Jarron Collins coming in off the bench.
Well, again, it's about veterans stepping up, leading. You had a lot of time off. Amar'e Stoudemire steps on the floor, and he shows leadership by doing what? Being ready to play. And he has come out this first quarter, Tom Leander, and has played like a man on fire. And the Suns are in the control in the first quarter, 31.
You won't see it in the stat sheet, Eddie. He baited Kobe into his second foul. He was setting screens, came away with an offensive rebound. A little bit of everything from Jarron.
Well, that's why you have 12 players on a team. It's more to just scoring points and getting rebounds. It's all those intangibles that you don't see in the stat column, and Jarron Collins provided them.
Suns had 12 fast break points in the first quarter, just 4 for the Lakers. Sasha Vujacic now coming in off the bench. Kobe hit the wood. Dudley couldn't connect and rebounded by Josh Powell. Well, Phil Jackson has used just about everybody except DJ Benga here in the first half. Josh Powell, 16-footer, got it past Amar'e Stoudemire.
He can shoot it. I mean, he's shown me over the last few years that he is not bashful either.
Undrafted player out of North Carolina State. That's the Suns lead to 5. Suns have won 8 of their last 10 games overall, 14 of the past 18. Dragic, first game back after missing the last 2 with that sprained right ankle that he sustained in Los Angeles, the game against the Clippers. Dudley now the defensive assignment on Kobe. They work it over into the corner to Shannon Brown. Drills a 3-pointer.
See how it changes when Kobe's in the game? I mean, Suns really not worried about double teaming when he had the foul trouble. All of a sudden, you have to, and that's when they find the wide open shooter.
Shannon Brown, he can score at a season high 27 points in a game. Averages about 8 points per. They isolate Grant Hill against the smaller Shannon Brown. Ducks in, and a reach-in foul on Shannon Brown. That will send Grant Hill to the stripe. But Grant has been so good for the Suns. Fantastic in that win over the Indiana Pacers. 22 points, hitting all 10 of his free throws. 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Those are Detroit Piston-like numbers for Grant Hill early in his career.
Well, kind of quiet early on, but you know, he has had big first quarters from the most part, and then have gone downhill after that. Let's hope it's in reverse, because the Suns are going to need him consistently scoring like he did in the last few games.
Lopez comes back with the 2 personal fouls. Out goes Amar'e Stoudemire. Suns basketball is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Give the gift of a destination with the Southwest gift card. Averaging 18.5 points and 8 rebounds over the last 4 games for Grant Hill. Lopez played just 6 minutes in that opening period, had a field goal, and those 2 fouls. 33-29 Suns. Kobe, his pass through the midst of Josh Powell. Out of bounds, turnover on the Lakers, and that now is their 3rd.
Had the right thought. I mean, the zone defense is the weakest in the middle, and Josh Powell just could not hold on for that pass.
That pass deflected by Andrew Bynum. But it is, we watch the Lakers here in the first half. They don't seem to have that invincibility that they had, especially last season, en route to their 65 wins in the NBA title.
Well, again, I think because you play a lot in the last few years, Robin Lopez gets an easy one on a great pass. mentally you kind of wear down. And I think they're at that stage now trying to get to the end of the season knowing that they still might have the best record in the Western Conference.
Yes, a terrific pass. Look-away pass from Goran Dragic to Lopez. Second field goal for Robin. Shot clock now inside of 10. Vujicic. It's been a struggle the last 2 seasons for the Slovenian. He was a teammate on the Slovenian national team with Dragic. Here comes Goran. Feeding Grant Hill, picked up by Shannon Brown. Quick dribble and exploding to the hoop. Drawing another foul. Let's go back to that pretty feed. Goran Dragic finding Rockin' Robin Lopez on the crush.
A great no-look pass. He must have watched that Bird Magic Johnson documentary I watched the other day on HBO, because that was a no-looker Magic Johnson style.
You enjoyed that. I heard you talking about that with Michael Thompson and Stu Lance, the analyst for the Lakers.
Encourage people to watch it. I mean, we've heard the stories about Bird and how he played and how he thought. Now you'll get a chance to honestly see, because he definitely lets you know.
You guys also had an animated conversation about modern-day players and how much handshaking and hugging goes on before games.
It's a love fest. I never talked to anybody before games. Never. I never crossed the half-court line. Didn't even look at it.
Well, certainly Michael Thompson and Stu Lance were in agreement.
We exchanged. Now guys exchange phone numbers, hugs. How can you play against a guy like that?
They're trying to figure out why. Maybe because they go back to their AAU days. These guys meet each other earlier in life. They don't have the same agent. Pullback shot by Vujicic. And a rebound to Lou Robinson.
That was a man rebound.
Oh, and then in the backcourt, a traveling violation on Grant Hill. Credit Sasha Vujicic, who planted himself about a step away from Grant and blindsided him. We'll get a timeout. 8:43 to go here until halftime. Phoenix hoping to hand the defending champs their 5th straight loss on the road. Currently, Suns up 8.
Produces as he always does.
Well, that leads us to tonight's text poll question, powered by Verizon Wireless. Who's the best clutch shooter in NBA history?
Wow.
Is it Kobe, MJ, Reggie Miller, or Larry Bird? Text your choice to 88222 and stay tuned for the results throughout the game. Normal messaging rates apply.
It's like putting 4 Porsches outside. They're all different colors, and you ask me which one I like.
That would be a tough choice. I think I know your answer because you told me before the game.
Yep.
Vujicic hit a 3-pointer and then picks up a foul in the backcourt.
Yeah, I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say, because last time I said something and it seemed like our listeners agreed with me, and I'm going to leave them on their own tonight. Earn it your way.
You skewed the process. Robin Lopez hands it off to Dragic. Trying to spring free of his Slovenian national team teammate, Vujicic. Inside of 5 on the shot clock. Kobe Bryant suffocating Dudley. The shot blocked by Bynum, and the shot clock blows up on the Suns. A failure to launch in that possession.
Well, Goran Dragic has to have a clock in his head. And knowing that you can't give the ball to Jared Dudley, who does not create by himself, and give him the ball with about 6 seconds to go on the clock. And I think that was the mistake in itself.
Suns at a 7-point lead after the first quarter. Currently up by 5. Phoenix shooting 52% from the field. 48% for the Lakers. Kobe's pass, he was looking for Bynum. Not even close to being able to make that catch. You can see the frustration on the face of Andrew Bynum. Dragic offline for 3. Another rebound for Josh Powell.
Goran Dragic a little tentative. Come back from injury. Sometimes it throws you off kilter. Jump shots a little off.
Bynum going one-on-one against Robin Lopez. Look at the effective defense from Robin Lopez. That's where he really will help the Suns against the Lakers. On the run out, it is Grant Hill again, the anchor of the Suns relay team.
You know, look, seriously. Grant Hill, he's a lot stronger than what you think, okay? And you know he's extremely fast and quick. But when he's coming at you on the break, you know you're in trouble because he is going to come at you 100 miles an hour. And it's just tough to deal with.
Perfect 10 of 10 at the line against Indiana. He hits his first 5 free throws here tonight in the first half. Purchase $20 worth of Arizona Lottery scratcher tickets at participating Fry's from 4 to 6 p.m. on the 15th, 17th, or 18th, and score 2 free Suns Fiesta Night tickets on March 21st when they take on the Portland Trail Blazers here at US Airways Center. Plus, don't miss an appearance by Grant Hill on the 17th. Visit suns.com/scratch to the max for participating store locations. Oh, and finally missed one. Amundsen going after it along with Lopez, who does it go off of Phoenix. The Lakers will have it. Suns now from the line, 10 of 11 free throw shooting.
It has to continue because if they can shoot well and get a ton of free throws, that's going to help them as this game winds down.
Kobe Bryant very quiet offensively so far in the first half. 1 of 3 from the field. Takes the 3. Can't connect. Inside position for Amundsen, but ripped away from behind by Bynum. Bynum going to work inside. He's fouled in the act, and I believe it was Amundsen.
He's a load. I mean, you know, let's face it. I mean, he's a huge guy, and he's an athletic 270, 80 pounds, whatever he is, 290. I mean, it's tough to deal with him inside.
And Eddie, he's still just 22 years of age, coming straight out of high school in New Jersey, now in his 5th NBA season. The Lakers have missed 4 of their 6 free throw attempts here in the first half, whether it's the home game HD telecast, the Suns Live pregame and postgame shows, or its exclusive access to the team. Fox Sports Arizona covers the Suns like no one else on Planet Orange. Another miss at the line. Misfiring on 5 of their first 7 free throws. Bynum shoots 74% from the line.
You know, one of my keys was for Ron Artest to be sleep. I don't want to say it. Kobe's a little asleep right now. Let's hope he stays asleep.
Kobe's missed 3 of his first 4 shots. Artest only has 1 field goal. Lakers shooting 45% from the field and an abysmal 38% from the line. Jay Rich, pump fake, fires, couldn't hit it. Loose on the floor, scrapping with Ron Artest with Robin Lopez, who hit the wood, and they'll give it to the Lakers. Well, you see the strength of Ron Artest going up against the 7-footer Robin Lopez for that loose rebound.
Yeah, Jason Richardson has to look at the rim. He's only, attempted 2 shots. Look, you are on fire. You've been shooting the ball as well as anyone. The break probably will hurt a guy that's hot like him more than anybody, but he's got to look at the rim.
You're right. He's been playing his best basketball as a member of the Suns. Jay Rich averaging 20 points over the last 9 games for Phoenix.
Yeah, you know, you can't buy into the fact, okay, Kobe's coming to town, I got to defend him. No. Look, take it from somebody that knew. I don't care what people said about my defense. I could care less. My defense was my offense. You better wear him out, make him think about guarding you. That takes some pressure off of you on the other end.
And he'll have help defensively with Grant Hill and Jared Dudley. The block from Amundsen. It's a block party for Lou. Comes away with 2 swats, and now tearing it away from Pau Gasol. The shot clock. The guy was ready to run out. Lou Amundsen getting a standing O here in downtown Phoenix for that effort.
Well, why not? I think everybody should stand. Even people at home listening, get off the couch and stand. You got a 6'8" guy taking on these 2 big giant towers inside and then corrals the rebound. And if he wins the jump ball, give him a raise.
You're right. It was who he swatted that was so special. And it wasn't a couple of guards in there. You mentioned it. 2 7-footers and Gasol and Andrew Bynum met at the top by Lou Amundsen. Tap was controlled by Gasol, but tipped away then by Grant Hill. Suns come away with it following that sparkling defensive effort from Amundsen. Grant Hill went for the crush, couldn't finish the play. Jay Rich, corner pocket 3, offensive rebound to Amundsen.
Look at Grant Hill. Look, I don't care if he missed it or not. He tried to go 2 hands over Gasol.
There are a couple of defenders in the paint. Amundsen, comes up short. A little hesitant. He sure did.
That was a changeup.
He wants a lob feed from Dragic. Gorn takes it in. Robin Lopez to the 10th floor.
Now, how about this bench again? Alvin Gentry says, you bring in Kobe, you bring in Bynum, you throw your starters back out there. Guess what? I'm not going to my bench. Steve is going to continue to sit. Amari's going to sit. Why? Because I have confidence in this second unit, and they are continuing to play well.
And some real chemistry between Goran Dragic and Robin Lopez. Connecting twice on dunk plays for the Suns here in the first half. Phoenix leading by 7. Artest has a good look at a 3 and knocks it down.
Yeah, you can't let him get his rhythm by getting that wide open. You got to run at him and jump a little bit, force the issue.
That's the second field goal for Artest. Kobe Bryant again, he is just 1 of 4 shooting in the first half. One-handed shot by Dragic, and here comes Kobe. Sets up Pau Gasol. Kobe doesn't seem too interested offensively right now. This happened before, too, when there was some talk that he was taking too many shots. And then he just started passing the ball. Gives it up this time to Bynum. Launches and hits. Remember when Kobe did that, though? He really took that criticism personally and just stopped shooting. But the Lakers are within 2 after that hoop by Andrew Bynum.
Well, you know, again, he's going to eventually shoot 20 shots. I don't care when he does. But right now, they've gotten back in the game by forcing the Suns into some tough shots. But Louis Amundsen on the defensive end, he has been huge, and that bench continues to play well. And then Robin Lopez finishing the job inside.
You're all ready for Kool in the Gang tomorrow night.
Yeah, I got I think they have a tremendous opportunity to get 53, and I think if they get 53, then they're going to get that 4th position. I truly believe it. I think that should be a goal of theirs, and it's in hand based on the fact that they're at home for a while.
Well, if the Suns go 10-7 the rest of the way, that's 50 wins. Inside, it's Lou Amundsen from Steve Nash.
You know, Lou is just so aggressive. You know, and you can't. You know, you just got to have it in you. You know, you can't teach aggressiveness. You know, you've got to just want it and put yourself in position and then attack it relentlessly.
And that's just the 3rd field goal for the Suns in the second quarter. They're 3 of 12 shooting.
Derek Fisher cannot make shots when you make him put it down now. He can't. And so don't let him stand over there. Anybody can stand there no matter what age or who they are and knock down that shot.
Well, back to those 3 Suns buckets. 2 of them dunks from Robin Lopez, and then 2 hoops from Lou. The inside feed from Nash, and then the follow crush.
Channing Frye. You okay, man? Lewis is doing the job for you.
And Phil Jackson will call a timeout with 3:33 to go. Not happy with nobody boxing out Lou Amundsen. I'm sure Channing very pleased to watch this performance by Lou Amundsen here in the second quarter. Channing watching from home, and watch this.
That's right. And applaud your man Jarron Collins, too. They're all active inside. I don't think it is. I mean, I think that's why the Suns have had a tremendous record since the All-Star break, based on their second unit. And you think about it, in the past, Steve Nash hurt. They struggled. But this bench has played so well, Steve has not had to play a ton of minutes.
And that early contribution as well from Jarron Collins. Suns fans, are you on Twitter? Be sure to use the hashtag Suns, and your tweets might just make it on air during tonight's broadcast, courtesy of Right Guard. To join or follow the conversation, visit SunsTweets.com. Kobe Bryant.
You know, he doesn't
just
go
his second field goal.
Well, it doesn't matter. See, he doesn't go a while and don't shoot, and people tend to think he's off. When you have the ultra green light, you're never off.
Suns already have 8 offensive rebounds here in the first half. They average 10 offensive rebounds per game. Nash shut down. Zips it over to Lou. Amar'e Stoudemire, 17 points in the first quarter, looking for his first points of the second period, and cleans up his own mess.
That's a man right there. And I'm going to tell you, Gasol didn't want no part of it. I mean, you give me a break. I mean, how you going to allow a guy to get a tough shot off, and then he elevates quickly enough to get the rebound?
Still has that quick lead. Amar'e 7 of 13 from the field. 19 points and 9 rebounds. Odom from distance. Offensive rebound, Ron Artest.
Yeah, Steve, that's Steve's fault. I mean, he's got to get in there. He's on the weak side rebound. You got to get a little bit lower and grab that opportunity.
Suns still out rebounding the Lakers 21-18. Leading by 1. Jay Rich from deep. And above the silver was Lamar Odom. Alvin Gentry thought that was a goaltend. Pau Gasol slipped past Lou Amundsen, who went for the steal. Pau Gasol with his 3rd field goal. He has 6 points. Lakers are led by Andrew Bynum's 11. And they take the lead here inside of 2 minutes to go until halftime. Nash working off the Amari screen. He rolls, met by Kobe, goes glass, and boarded by Gasol. Gasol has been a monster on the boards this season. He averages 11 rebounds. He's had 3 games this season where he's pulled down 20 or more boards in a game. Inside position, misses the chippy inside, but he is fouled. And I believe that will be Grant Hill from behind, and it is. So the clock stops with 1:30 to go here in the second period. Alvin Gentry's wardrobe, courtesy of the Clothery at the Biltmore Fashion Park. And yesterday at practice, he was quoting the great Nelson Mandela at the end of practice, telling the team, "We are the masters of our fate and the captains of our soul." Basically telling his squad they control their own destiny.
Exactly. Exactly.
Nice touch, though.
Exactly. And, you know, no matter who you face, if you're confident in what you can do and your abilities, you can achieve. And sort of like what Illinois did today by beating Wisconsin.
I thought you'd slide that in there.
Solidified NCAA bid.
Pau Gasol is 1 of 5 free throw shooting. We were in Memphis earlier this season, and Marc Gasol, his younger brother, couldn't hit a free throw. Amari snuffed out. Gasol was there along with Lamar Odom. Kobe into the corner, Ron Artest. Another good look for 3, and down it went for Ron Artest. And the Lakers build a 5-point lead, grabbing the momentum at the end of the first half.
Well, a 3-point barrage, and they have been able to knock them down. That's a foul. Give me a break.
Nash bumped and pushed. No whistle. Still complaining at the other end. Nobody covering Derek Fisher. Suns very fortunate there. Nash. Not close again for 3.
Well, you can tell. I mean, it's bothering him to shoot the basketball. He's taken 2 shots from 3 that have barely hit the rim. I mean, that grazed it. And then the first one he took a while ago hit the back of the rim. So you can tell that, you know, Steve Nash is, we know he's not 100%, but it is really bothering him to go up and shoot the ball like he normally does.
And just this past week, labeled the best shooter of all time, numbers-wise, by John Hollinger of ESPN.com.
Well, most guys with his pain and suffering that he's gone through wouldn't even be playing.
13-4 run for the Lakers. Offensive rebound by Gasol. Amundsen defensively on Kobe. Help from Jason Richardson. A very aggressive Kobe Bryant drawing the foul on Amundsen.
Well, an ugly last 2 minutes, no doubt about it. I mean, and, you know, you credit the Lakers, though. They've got some stops inside. Suns doing what they have been doing, attacking the rim. Just have not been able to get the ball in the rim. And then they pushed it and not gotten layups, but they just knocked down 3-point shots.
Kobe had a profanity-laced pep talk for his team when they were in Orlando last week. Knocks down the first free throw. Very upset at the fact that they just weren't playing hard enough, and Phil Jackson mentioned that lack of urgency. Kobe saying this team doesn't have the killer instinct that they had last season. And Kobe said, "We win ugly now."
Well, here's the
Lakers
thing.
do it with defense rather than the offensive machine that we saw last season.
Well, here's the problem for Kobe, and this has been the problem for most great players, and this is what sometimes fans lose sight of. See, Kobe has measured himself against Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson. He wants 5. These other guys on this team, they are really happy to get 1. And they're not measuring themselves against anybody because they're not going to be thought of as superstar great players necessarily of the game. And so that's why it's up to him to continue to push them, and he tries.
Kobe has 8 points here in the first half, and the Lakers' lead now has extended to 7. Suns will try to go for the final shot of the first half. Stick around. Kevin Ray and Tom Chambers hanging out at the Bud Light Paseo with the halftime show. 10 seconds to go here in the second period. Stoudemire, little jab step, goes to work on Josh Powell, bounces around, rebounded by Fisher. 3 seconds to go. Off of the Lakers. Suns will get it back with 2.3 left. And Alvin Gentry will call a 20-second timeout to drop a play.
Well, this is, you know, Steve is hurting a little bit, so you would think that this is going to involve Jason Richardson probably maybe get a quick lob. If not, then maybe get it to Amari around that free throw line extended to allow him to face up and get it on the floor and do something. But, you know, plenty of time to get a good shot out.
You know, I talked about Steve Nash being called the best shooter of all time by John Hollinger of ESPN.com, basically taking 2-point percentage, 3-point percentage, and free throw percentage over the career. Look who's number 2, Steve Kerr, the general manager. So both of the Suns' Steves at the top of that list, but you're not really buying into it as much, are you?
Look, Steve Nash, as I said, no doubt about it. I think over the last 4 years, he's been the best shooter in this league by far. I've been saying it all along. And, you know, so he's in great company, but you don't have Larry Bird.
Yeah.
Give me a break. I mean, you know, so
that's quite an omission.
Yeah, and Steve Kerr will tell you. I mean, he shot 49% and 45 from 3, but 95% of those shots was wide open.
You always talk, too, about what a great shooter, though, Jeff Hornacek was. Another former Sun on that list. 3 of them.
Yeah, he's trying to rub
Nash, Kerr, and Hornacek. Oh, that's right. You're right.
Let's get to halftime.
They did. The greatest omission was Eddie Johnson.
Let's get to halftime.
No doubt about it. Grant Hill with 2 seconds left. Passes tipped by Artest. Amari recovers, turns, fires. Oh, couldn't connect. Just offline. And we head to halftime. The Lakers end the half on a 10-0 push over Phoenix. The Lakers hit 5 3-pointers in that second quarter.
But a very solid contest. I think the Suns understood what happened to them in that last stretch. But overall, they played extremely well. They defended Kobe. Artest shook loose a little bit. But overall, they're in great position to pull out a victory.
Stoudemire was a force early for the Suns. He leads all scorers with 19 points. We've come to the end of the first half. Stay tuned for the Suns.com halftime report with Kevin Ray and Tom Chambers. You're watching Phoenix Suns basketball presented by Casino Arizona.
Not going to be stopped by a guy all of a sudden saying, I'm just going to focus totally on defense. It just doesn't happen that way. You have to make them work on the other end, and I think it's important the Suns get Jason Richardson involved in this ballgame because he has been the main reason why they have been winning consistently.
That is such a tremendous point because Jay Rich scoring 20 or more points in the last 3 games for Phoenix. Just 1 of 5 for Jay Rich in the first half. Grant Hill, 1 of 3, but did have 7 points because he hit 5 free throws early in the contest. Suns wound up 10 of 11 free throw shooting and 39% from the field in the first half. Suns broadcast made available in high definition by Verizon Wireless. Check your cable or satellite listings for HD channels. Lopez picked up 2 early fouls before returning in the second period. Lou Amundsen, a real spark off the bench in the second period. Suns just couldn't hit shots, and then Amari turns it over. The meat hooks of Ron Artest, the steal, but couldn't plug the outside shot. Up ahead, Jason Richardson trying to get started here early in the third quarter. He'll head to the line.
Young players that watch the game. And Jason Richardson, I think he gets guilty of this a lot because he can elevate. That white square that's on the backboard, it's not there for decoration. You know, put it in the square, the ball normally goes in. And that allows you to use your touch when you're going toward the basket at a fast rate of speed. And so Jason Richardson right there trying to lay it over the front of the rim, put it on the backboard, it goes in.
You can see he was in some pain as a Laker swatted at him on his way to the hoop. Jay Rich able to hit that first free throw, but again grimacing as he steps back to the line. Missing 4 of his first 5 shots from the field, and both from far away. Good to go on the 2 free throws for Jason Richardson. Including tonight, 17 games left for the Suns. 9 here at home, 8 on the road. Game 3 of this 7-game homestand. Lakers had that home-heavy early schedule. Most of their action late in the season will come away from Los Angeles. Inside dunk for Andrew Bynum. Right past Richardson and over the top of Amari.
Sees the game at a different level than most guys. Because the rim is like a Nerf hoop. He catches it inside. All he does is just lean up and dunk it. Doesn't have to jump.
He is a very talented young man. I mentioned he's still just 22 years of age. This Lakers team thought about trading him to New Jersey for Jason Kidd a couple years ago as Jason Richardson pops from the baseline. Maybe the best move that Mitch Kupchak didn't make was hanging on to Andrew Bynum. I'll tell you what, Dallas is sparkling right now with Jason Kidd. Fisher finds Bynum for another cram.
First of all, here's the problem. Derek Fisher getting in the paint. You know, come on. I mean, this guy's having a tough time moving laterally. Can't allow him to get in the paint.
Bynum 7 of 11 from the field. Bynum has 15 points and doing damage right at the rim.
You know, Amari's got to get there a little faster, but I understand the hesitation because he has Gasol on the other side. He can't worry about Gasol. That's the responsibility of the guy on the weak side dropping down into the lap of Paul Gasol.
So the Suns were ready to inbound it on the side, but Alvin Gentry wants to call a timeout here early in the third quarter. It's a 20-second timeout, so we'll keep it here at U.S. Airways Center. Lakers in action again at Golden State Monday and then on the road in Sacramento Tuesday. When you look at the Lakers schedule for Kobe and Phil, Eddie, their next three against the three worst in the Western Conference, the Warriors, the Kings, and Wolves, and then after that, that's the woeful Washington Wizards on the schedule. So it sets up nicely for a little bounce-back performance for Los Angeles, coming in having lost 3 of their last 4.
Well, the cushion for the Lakers is they got off to a tremendous start, and they have the best record. And so, well, even if they lose some games, they know they can make up by basically facing some struggling teams. So I don't too much worry about what they're going to do. They're going to be there. It's pretty obvious. Losing 3 out of 4 doesn't scare anybody.
The Suns have been excellent at home, 24-8 here at U.S. Airways Center, winning 6 of their last 7 on their home court. Robin Lopez trying to plow inside for a pair. Couldn't put it in, and back comes Kobe. Lakers playing with much more confidence than early in this game. Stoudemire closing out on Kobe. 10 on the shot clock. Help from Grant Hill to a wide open Ron Artest for 3. In and out. Tipped around and knocked out to Kobe. Fresh 24 for the Lakers.
Mari and Lopez, they got to put bodies on those big guys inside. First quarter did a tremendous job. Right now they're allowing them to get too deep.
Another wide open 3 for L.A. Down it went for Derek Fisher. Fisher has 8 points in his starting role. The 35-year-old out of Arkansas Little Rock. And then picking up his 3rd personal foul.
Well, you have to double Kobe, but if you double him, you got to rotate. And defensively, the Suns aren't getting it done. It's no way Derek Fisher should have that long an opportunity to tee that shot up without someone running at him.
Lakers had 5 3-point hits in the second quarter. Now 1 here in the third. Nash goes behind the back to Amari Stoudemire. Has to regroup. Running start of Andrew Bynum trying to force the contact. Tipping it up and in over the 7-foot Andrew Bynum. What a play by Stat.
Not too many people can get that done. I mean, he did the right thing, run right at him. And Bynum was just stuck on the island and almost made a good play.
Suns back in that zone defense. Bynum, soft hook past Robin Lopez.
You got to fight him early on, Robin. I mean, you're allowing him to really get great position, and then you don't challenge the shot.
Oh, and then Fisher nearly with the strip of Jason Richardson. When you look at some of the best bear claws, the best hands in the NBA, you have to talk about Jason Kidd, Ron Artest, and Derek Fisher as well. And then you see the big mitts of Amari Stoudemire tapping in his own miss. Well, you really have to protect the ball when you're going up against Fisher and Ron Artest. You're going to throw Jason Kidd into that pool of defenders as well. Grant Hill spins free of Artest, but he pokes it away from behind.
That's what he does well.
There were those hands of Ron Artest. Gets it back to Fisher. Straight but strong. And Amari Stoudemire snares his 12th rebound.
Suns just got to get shots. I mean, that's the only reason they're down.
Nash trying to dial up a 3. Tipped back by Bynum. Shot still just not falling for the Suns. Still shooting under 40% from the field. Just 2 of 9 3-point range. Gasol, ball fake, wide open from 12 feet. Couldn't connect. The Lakers come in as the #1 3-point field goal defense in the NBA, and the Suns have missed 7 of their 9 shots from behind the line. Grant Hill, tough shot, and gets a soft bounce. Lofted it over Pau Gasol.
He got to go, but you can see the Lakers have really amped up their intensity on defense. Suns not getting the opportunities they got in the first quarter.
Lakers first in 3-point field goal defense, 4th overall in opponents' field goal percentage. They really picked up their defense this season with the addition of Ron Artest.
See, again, look, it ain't about the catch and the score. It's about allowing him to run to a spot. I mean, Lopez allowed Gasol to run across the lane without hitting him, at least slowing him down, and he got to great position.
Just right now, it seems like the Lakers have sucked the air out of the fans and the Suns players. With that stifling defense, nowhere to go for Nash. 5 on the shot clock. Grant Hill, corner pocket 3. And Gasol tears it away from Lopez. Suns now 2 of 10 3-point shooting. 10-point lead for LA. In command here in the third, and the hoop for Kobe.
That was a tough shot. And Suns going to call a timeout here. I think you need to after that. I thought that was a charge ready to happen, and he just contorted and got out of the way.
A phenomenal move from Kobe Bryant here in the third quarter, averting defenders, putting it in off the glass. Surge, and Phoenix just trying to find an answer offensively. Steve Nash still struggling with his shot. Amari Stoudemire, 17 of his points came in the first quarter when he was very aggressive attacking the basket, but the Lakers have really turned up the heat defensively.
Well, you know, they've taken away Richardson. They came in understanding that when he scored 20 points, the Suns have tremendous success. And so Kobe has taken it upon himself to defend that area, and then Grant Hill has been slow getting off as well. Amari's really been the only offensive player on the floor, and he just can't get it done by himself.
Suns, their goal right now is, at least before the season, was just to make the playoffs. Now they want that 4th spot in the West, as Robin Lopez was eliminated inside. And Oklahoma City has won tonight. Remember, they moved past the Suns while the Suns were idle the last 5 games. Kobe Bryant all in from the outside, and it's a 15-point Laker lead.
Well, the Suns defensively shut them down in that first and second quarter, and now the Lakers have done the same, and the Suns can't even get a shot up.
13 points for Kobe. Nash's pass deflected and stolen away. Suns looked sharp early. That was the big question. Would they be rusty after that 5-day break?
17 minutes still, you know, so they have to go to their bench, and it's a lot of time here. Suns understand how to get back in basketball games, but you can't do it until you get it up to the rim.
Amari is mugged by Bynum, earns a ticket to the line, and then maybe a little energy off the bench. Jared Dudley and Lou Amundsen will check in for Phoenix. 5:45 to go here in the third period.
Well, think about it. I mean, Robin Lopez really having a poor game in my estimation in terms of rebounding the ball and being a factor inside. And I think he has to pick it up in the fourth quarter if he gets a chance. So why not go with a smaller Amundsen in there just to see if he can ramp up the energy, because he had tremendous success against those big guys in the first half.
Lopez goes out along with Jason Richardson. Sign up for My Suns Mobile, powered by Verizon Wireless. Get text messages with breaking Suns news, special offers, and promotions. Visit Suns.com for more information. Stoudemire missing at the line. Now 5 of 7 free throw shooting. 21 points. The lead remains 15. Bynum picked up his 3rd personal foul. He's leading the Lakers in scoring with 17. Grant Hill off the steal. On the run out. Tripped up by Ron Artest. And Ron goes through the tunnel. Grant went into the front row of photographers and will make his way to the line. And finally back comes Ron Artest. I wasn't sure if he was ready to return. Now he's looking up and watching the video screen before coming back to the floor.
Well, I mean, you have no choice. You run in full speed. You don't have much choice other than to run somebody over or fall. And Grant Hill at 37, he, you know, no brakes right now, but tremendous speed, so he falls, and Ron Artest just continues to run.
You know, Ron has been a model citizen so far as a member of the LA Lakers.
But let me ask you this question, Tom. When has he not been a model citizen in terms of being on the team? I mean, he had the one.
He did have some issues with the Houston Rockets.
Well, but he played. I mean, everybody has issues. The only reason his issues get in the media is because he's Ron Artest. But trust me, I've had 1,000 teammates, and they had issues all the time, but it just didn't matter that they had issues. Nobody talked about it.
I can't confirm it, but I remember reports that he showed up on the team bus in only his underwear.
It's okay, as long as he made it to the game. Some guys show up in a nice suit and they never play. Okay, they come sharp as I don't know what, but they can't play. So I'd rather have him show up in his underwear and play the game than come with a suit on.
Meanwhile, a twisting, turning hook by Pau Gasol and Steve Nash. finds the range. Steve now with his third field goal. 7.6 assists for Nash. Inside of 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. You're right, but teammates love Ron Artest. There's no question about it.
Keeps it loose.
Yep. Kevin Martin sang his praises in Sacramento. Head fake. Kobe going for the crush. Men at the top. Amari was there. Lou Amundsen also defensively for Phoenix. Nash thought he was fouled on the release by Gasol. 2-on-1 run out. Kobe waits for reinforcements. It's Artest way short with the air ball.
Wow.
And he'll hear about it from the Phoenix fans. Grant Hill springing free of Derek Fisher. A dazzling move by Grant Hill. Timeout Los Angeles.
Derek Fisher waiting for a charge, and Grant Hill went right through him. Like he like just went right through him. Remember that movie Jumper? He just jumped right through his body, I thought. The quickness of Grant Hill.
Start with the block. Lou was there. Amari defensively for Phoenix. And then the sweet move by Grant Hill. That's a dance move by Grant. Brought to you by Right Guard. Never get caught off guard.
I think a lot of players underestimate Louis Amundsen because they don't think he can jump. You know, maybe they watch that movie too much. You know, but Louis Amundsen jumps up there and goes to get it.
And he really ignited the crowd in the first half with back-to-back blocks on Pau Gasol and Andrew Bynum. Derek Fisher out of that timeout. Met by Nash. Fisher in the final year of his contract saying he wants to play more after this season. Gasol in a crowd. That is tough to defend.
Doesn't matter. I mean, it's the catch. You allow pro NBA players to catch the ball in the paint on an angle, especially Gasol, it's over.
He has really been the difference maker for the Lakers. Perfect for that triangle offense. Spinning shot by Steve Nash. Back-to-back buckets by Nash. 4 of 11 from the field. 9.6 assists. Bringing the Suns back to within 11. Brought in his personal trainer, Rick Celebrini from Vancouver during the break. Along with Aaron Nelson and Mike Clark of NASM. Working on Nash's back and that abdominal strain. Derek Fisher, head fake. Nash flies by. Bank shot by Derek Fisher as the buzzer went off.
Clock in his head. He knew.
He is so tough, too. It's Iron Man streak lasting nearly 5 seasons for Derek Fisher. Big shot. Steve Nash starting to catch fire offensively here in the third.
It's all about just keeping this below 10 because the Lakers eventually have to go to their bench. And that's when the Suns had an advantage, I thought, with their group in there.
Now needing some stops, some interior defense. Nash has 7 points here in the third quarter. Shot clock at 5 for Kobe. Whips it inside to Odom. Lou Amundsen was there to alter the shot.
Yeah, well, Lou went to sleep, but again, that quick jumping ability allowed him to recover.
Nash through the obstacle course to Amari Stoudemire. He'll head to the line, a chance to cut the lead to 8.
What about this? You know, this is what I'm talking about, and that's the difference in this team that we didn't think they would have this year, is that ability to slow it down and get back in the game, and the only way that happens is they get stops on the other end. Not getting the respect and the attention defensively in what they have been doing in this stretch. They have found ways to negate teams and take them out of the rhythm that they've established, and the Lakers are struggling a little bit offensively right now.
And the Suns staying alive at the free throw line. Now 15 of 18 free throw shooting. Stoudemire and Jared Dudley right now the only 2 Suns to play all 66 games for Phoenix as Channing Frye misses his first contest due to that NBA suspension. Again, the Suns without Channing Frye and without Leandro Barbosa. That right wrist still very sore and not strong enough for LB. It was very critical to the Suns' playoff chances and trying to move up to the 4th spot in the West. A slashing Vujacic puts it in. But an offensive foul using that off arm. Take away the hoop from Vujacic.
Yeah, he popped Grant Hill pretty good. And you know what? I'm excited that Kevin Fair saw it on the other side because he was distracted, but that's the only way that Vucevic can get that shot off. And, you know, he's a guy that he's not Ginobili, but he's got a little bit of that in him, and that he tries to get a couple of cheap shots in as he plays the game. And better believe Grant Hill's going to remember that one.
Oh, yeah. Blood on the lip of Grant Hill. He will head to the Suns locker room. We have witnessed this scene before this season. Nash taking that elbow earlier in the year in Indiana from Earl Watson. Goran Dragic was caught in the face. And actually, this is the second time this season for Grant Hill taking a shot. You're right. An excellent call by the officials as Vujacic used that left arm. Vujacic, who's been out the past couple of weeks with a shoulder injury. You can see him rotating that right shoulder. But the last 2 seasons, he has been a major disappointment in Los Angeles.
What did he call himself?
The Machine.
Yeah.
Because of his work ethic.
Machine that's missing a few bolts right now.
Become very tight with Kobe Bryant, working out together, and a reach-in foul. Amari Stoudemire causing all sorts of havoc for the Lakers in the paint.
Well, Vujacic again, and unfortunately for him, I thought that might have been a good play, but the play before that just kept the attention on him a little bit too much.
Lakers in the penalty situation. The Suns have not committed a team foul in this third quarter. Stat now 8 of 10 from the line, 24 points, trying to make it a career high 4 consecutive games scoring 30 or more points.
Well, if the Suns are going to win this game, he's going to get to 30. I would be shocked if he doesn't get 30 and they win the ball game.
13-4 run by Phoenix. Closing to within 6. Dudley all over Artest. Suns picking up the intensity defensively.
Gasol's in the lane, 6 seconds. I mean, I don't know what a 3-second
Odom too.
is.
They finally caught Odom. He was in there as well.
It's just amazing to me. You know, you can't dance in the lane and then all of a sudden give the thought that you're getting ready to leave, but you're still in it. You have to make the call. 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. I mean, you know, come on, give me a break.
Minute 15 to go here in the third. Nash hemmed up by Vujacic. Jay Rich for 3. Suns could have used it. Amari from behind Lamar Odom poked it out of bounds. LA will have it. And in comes Shannon Brown. Out goes Kobe for a breather here late in the third.
I've always thought when you're in a great offensive rhythm, the one thing you never do is mess with it. And I thought Jason Richardson messed with his rhythm. He came out and he was thinking defense and he was not offensively aggressive. And now even the wide open shots aren't going for him. And, you know, a week or two ago, anything he threw up was going in.
Jay Rich missing 5 of his 7 shots so far here tonight. Inside of 10 on the shot clock. Vujacic finds Artest. Richardson was there. Hand in the face. Lou Amundsen high above the crowd for the pull down.
Nobody's getting a rebound around.
Nash up ahead to Richardson. Couldn't finish. Caught the underside of the rim, but they say he was fouled on the way up.
Artest, no argument. Phil Jackson, no argument. A delayed call, but the right call. And maybe this is a way to get Jason Richardson into this basketball game as well. But Artest just relaxed going up and grabbed the off arm. Not the arm with the ball, but it does not matter.
And more free throws for Phoenix. That will make 23 free throw attempts for the Suns to just 12 for the Lakers. The Lakers have missed 6 of their 12 from the line. Good to go on the first for Jay Rich. Jaron Collins comes in along with Goran Dragic.
Well, the way the Lakers got the lead was 2 things. Suns started turning it over. And then they allowed the Lakers to knock down threes on second opportunities, rotating the ball, not rotating well out of their defense. They've changed that. They've shown some aggressiveness. And now they're back to a 4-point game, which is where they should have been all along.
Suns have sliced 11 points off what was once a 15-point Laker lead. 30 seconds to go in the third. Odom, outstretched left hand. Amundsen was there again defensively. Here comes Jay Rich, the finishing touch for Richardson, and we have a 2-point game.
Well, what about this turnaround? I mean, this is a team that says, you know what? We don't care. We're going to fight you we're used to winning as well. And the Lakers are playing like a team that has lost 3 out of 4. Confidence a little bit down. Kobe steps off the court, goes a little bit further.
All about closing quarters. Lakers had the momentum at the end of the second period. Suns have seized it here in the third. Lamar Odom dips in with that long left hand. Final seconds for Jay Rich. Looks up for 3. Couldn't get it. Headed to the fourth and final quarter, a 4-point Laker lead.
Well, you know what? Early as this quarter started, you would have thought the Suns no way would be this close. So you have to feel good about where you are. And let's hope they can contain that and keep with that same effort.
Suns outscore the Lakers 27-24 in that third quarter. You're watching Suns basketball presented by Casino. MJ by a wide margin.
Here's the problem I have with that, and I have no argument with Michael Jordan. How dare you have Larry Bird 11%? See, what happens is a lot of the people that voted, they didn't watch Bird. Tell you something. Larry Bird was unbelievable. Unreal. Yeah, if anything, it's MJ, Bird, and everybody falls right below him.
The hit from French Lick. We begin this fourth quarter. The Suns come away with the steal. Lakers turn it over. LA on top by 4. Lakers seize control late in that second period, had a 15-point lead, and then the Suns came storming back late in that third period. Always so much drama and intensity when these two teams face off. They're the most bitter rivals. Dudley with those strong hands stripping Kobe. Fell out of bounds, and the Lakers will still have it. 11 seconds on the shot clock. What's the most bitter rivalry for the Suns? EJ, Lakers or the Spurs? I'm saying it's got to be Lakers.
I mean, historically, it's Lakers. I mean, when I was here, they swept us in the Western Conference, and then the next year we beat them in the semifinals. But you have to say the Lakers, just based on the fan base here as well.
Well-executed inbounds play to Kobe Bryant. 79-73. Kobe has 15. Well, you look at the playoff history between these two teams. The Lakers won the first 6 meetings in the postseason against the Suns, but lately the Suns have owned LA in the postseason. Foul on Andrew Bynum, who tripped up Goran Dragic.
That's what Dragic has to do. You know, meet that challenge there. They want to double team that far out. You got to split the defense and attack. Hopefully, maybe get to the bonus situation early on in this quarter, which allows Amari Stoudemire to come in and be very aggressive.
Fourth foul on Andrew Bynum. It has been a heated rivalry between these two teams dating back 40 years, meeting 11 times total in the playoffs. The Suns have won 4 of the last 5. Jay Rich swooping in. Lou Albertson puts it home.
And lost control of it. He lost control of the basketball on the way up, but his elevator goes so high, he can fumble it and get it together and still be over the rim.
He was just suspended in midair while he tried to control that offensive rebound. Vujicic. Against a pesky defender in Dragic. Runner by Shannon Brown. Offensive foul on Los Angeles. Jaren Collins takes the hit off the runner from Shannon Brown.
Well, you know, credit Goran Dragic for getting it started. Defensively, he hounded Vujicic. He didn't know where to go, and that disrupted everything offensively they wanted to do.
Dragic, Jaren Collins, Lou Amundsen, Richardson, and Dudley. The 5 on the floor here early in the fourth. Goran Dragic for 3. Absolutely. Goran plugs the big shot.
And they need it from him. I think early on he was more worried about his ankle than playing. And so now he seems to be in rhythm. He trusts the ankle. Let's get going.
Just the Suns' 4th three-pointer of the night. 4 of 16. Banking it home. Kobe.
I don't know how good that shot is, but I talked about that backboard, right? You see how it softened up the shot. He was in a crowd. That just allows the ball to go right in.
Kobe now with 17 points. All 5 starters in double figures. Lou Amundsen elevates and detonates.
If he goes with 2 hands, Bynum blocks it. He switched it over to the right hand and drove it home.
4th field goal for Amundsen. 8 points and 9 rebounds. He has been sensational tonight. Locking and trailing on Lamar Odom, who runs over Jaren Collins.
That's 2 in a row. That's 2 in a row from Jaren Collins. Channing Frye, you better hurry up and get back and be right. Jarron Collins has gotten his opportunity, and he is looking good. Look at the roll there from Louis Amundsen, and he goes strong.
The unsung stars tonight for the Suns, Amundsen and Jarron Collins. Lamar Odom with his 4th personal foul, so 4 on Odom and 4 on Bynum. Derek Fisher with 3. 1-point game. Lakers have turned it over 3 times already here in the 4th quarter. Collins lob feed. Hello! It's Lou again.
Wow. For Louis Amundsen. Hey, why don't we drop some balloons and bring him out a cake? He's coming out. It's got to be his party.
And how about the pass from Jarron Collins, doing a little bit of everything again in his minutes. Shannon Brown chucks it up. Rebound, Jarron Collins, the professional.
This group has outplayed the Lakers in both quarters. They allow Vucevic to guard people like he's a boxer.
Jarron Collins is trying to set a pick on somebody.
Oh, don't do that, Lou.
Oh, that was the heat check.
You got a little greedy. Stay within yourself.
Kobe, long bounce feed. Shannon Brown stuffs it down. Boy, he can get up a 44-inch vertical as that right hand taped up and may have re-injured it.
He's smiling and hurting. Wow.
Yes. Another block feed. This one hit the rim. Looking for Grant.
Got a little greedy.
1-point game. They want Bynum, low block. Reaching in and slapping at it was Collins, and he's busted for the personal. And it'll be Andrew Bynum at the line when we come back. Lou Amundsen putting on a performance here in the
6'8", but he plays like he's 7 foot because he blocks shots like a 7-footer and he gets rebounds like a 7-footer. So it's all about heart. So for young players that are watching this, get out of that rim if you want to be a certain height. It doesn't matter. If you have the heart, desire, and the know-how to just develop a part of your game that can really fit into a team, that's all you need to do.
All right, he just has a nose for the ball, rebounding-wise, taking the lob fees. Lou has 6 of the Suns' 9 points here in the 4th quarter as we revisit your power matchup. Looking at the benches of both teams, the Suns without Channing Frye and Barbosa tonight, each team with 16 points, but look at the rebounding from these Suns subs.
Yeah, well, and credit Lou, obviously, for that. Jarron Collins steps into the game as well. So, overall, the Suns bench has done their part up until this point.
Lakers have been atrocious at the free throw line, shooting just 50%, missing 7 times. Their lead is 2. Dudley pops free. Can't connect. Goran Dragic took it away from Kobe Bryant, who didn't even attempt to rebound it.
Well, he thought he was all by himself. That's comical.
Boy, he didn't even raise his arms. That was bizarre. Grant Hill, 3 field goals in this game. Stoudemire with his 25 points had it stripped away. Picked clean. Back the other way comes Kobe Bryant. Defended by Dudley. Takes a shoulder. Forces the fade away. That is Kobe's shot right there.
Well, that's the strength of his upper body. You know, he shook Dudley back, and that wasn't a fake by Jared Dudley. That was a serious hit to the chest.
And that's the ultimate sweet spot, too, for Kobe Bryant. Alvin Gentry saying that's where this game could be won or lost, on that elbow when they isolate Kobe.
Goran Dragic, he gets to the line just based on the theatrics of looking like he was trying to lay the ball up. If he did not, he'd probably be taking that ball out of bounds.
Suns as a team 20 of 23 from the line. Tonight's game brought to you by Southwest Airlines. You got meetings, we've got flights. Go to southwest.com and grab your bag, and it's on. Goran misfires on the first toss. Nash wants to return. He'll have to wait for the next break as Dragic completes his free throw shooting. Amundsen comes out with a double-double, 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Well, you know, Robin Lopez has to come in here and play. I mean, you know, come on. I mean, Louis Amundsen has pretty much saved him in this game. No doubt about it. But he has 7 minutes to show why he is considered a guy that can really create some problems now defensively inside for the Suns.
Robin Lopez still looking for his first rebound of the night. Inside of 7 minutes to go here in the 4th. Right up in the chops of Kobe was Dudley, and Kobe lost it out of bounds, trying to make his move past Jared Dudley to the delight of the crowd. And Kobe can't believe it himself. A couple of strange happenings with Kobe Bryant. Didn't go after that one rebound and mishandled that dribble. 86-83. Nash back on the floor. Swings to his left. Dudley fires up a three. And cleared by Powell.
Good look. That's his shot.
8th rebound for Gasol. Now it's Grant Hill taking his turn on Kobe. Double team help from Amari Stoudemire. The ambush in the corner. Looks like he double dribbled. No call.
What he did, he threw it off of Amari and let it hit the floor. A legal play.
Kobe launches. Over the top, Andrew Bynum, another offensive rebound. Past Robin Lopez. Shannon Brown in a cut. Met and hammered by Amari. Strong, hard foul by Stat.
You know, this is sometimes where where I'm like in between when you do this job. You know, you give guys accolades, right? And you say they're doing well, and you give them a lot of credit for the improvement. But Robert Lopez has been asleep all game, and he has to step up in 6 minutes. That's a rebound that he gets. That's a rebound that he's been getting. And so against the Lakers, he has to be a force, especially when they're going with 2 Twin Towers. He can't allow Bynum to push him under the bucket and get the rebound.
Making his first start against the Lakers, Robin Lopez. Making the first free throw was Shannon Brown. Foul assessed to Stoudemire. That's just Amari's first of the night. 2 free throws for Shannon Brown. The Lakers now 9 of 16 from the line. Their lead is up to 5. Yeah, Lou Amundsen has been so effective tonight, scoring, rebounding wise. Robin definitely needs to pick it up here in the 4th quarter. Jab step Stoudemire, top of the key, shoots over Bynum, rolls off, tipping is Grant Hill once, twice, a 3rd time, scoops it up, over Gasol, misses again. Goes out of bounds, they say, off of the Lakers. Callahan now looks for some help as the Lakers protest, and James Capers overrules, says, give it to Los Angeles. That will fire up the home crowd as we get a timeout with 5:37 to go. Emotions running high.
Well, emotions running high for the Phoenix Suns, but still plenty of opportunity to get themselves in order. They only trail by 5. Plenty of time left.
Offensive glass just moments ago. He returned after taking 3 stitches to that upper lip when he was caught by the Vujicic elbow. Grant all stitched up, back on the floor. Lakers on a 7-1 run. Out of the timeout, they find Artest in the corner for 3.
You got to run at him. You can't guess if you Steve Nash. I understand you would rather force him to shoot it, but I say trust your guys behind you that they're going to rotate the Fisher. You just can't let an NBA player stand over there and do that on a shot.
8th three-point hit for the Lakers. Lou Amundsen. Oh, he is corralled by Pau Gasol, clotheslined at the neck.
Well, that's no doubt about it. I mean, he hit him in the head.
That very well could be and should be a flagrant foul. Callahan comes over and he's signaling just a 2-shot foul. No flagrant. And now Alvin Gentry is irate. He has been teed up and now kicked out of the game, being restrained by Jason Richardson.
I agree. I agree. I mean, he hit him across the neck.
That is the hottest I've seen Alvin Gentry. He just lost it when he found out there was no flagrant foul on Pau Gasol.
I mean, that's across the neck. I mean, I'm looking at the same thing Alvin is, and, obviously Lewis Robinson didn't get hit hard because he got up right away. Maybe he should have been a little bit more theatrical in it all. Lewis Robinson, not quite the actor I would like him to be, but here's right here, and that's on the head.
Goodness.
I mean, that's on the head.
Come on.
I mean, that's on the head. That's taking the guy out.
We certainly have seen some chippiness in these last few Suns home games. Robin Lopez had a flagrant 2 that was actually upgraded to the flagrant 2 on the foul against Kirilenko. We had the little melee against Indiana. Danny Granger and Channing Frye both suspended, and now Pau Gasol nearly beheads Lou Amundsen. Alvin Gentry done for the night. Ejected. The 2 technicals. It's now a 12-1 run for the Lakers. Big question here, Eddie, is how will this impact the Suns? Losing their head coach, Dan Marley, and Bill Cartwright now calling the shots.
Well, you know, look, they don't really need anybody. I mean, they know what they have to do. I mean, Alvin teaches you in practice. You know, the game is fun. Coaches hate to coach during the game. This team understands what they have to do. They have a game plan. See if they can get it going.
9-point lead for Los Angeles. Kobe went for the back cut. Now they clear it out for Gasol. Backs down on Stoudemire. Holds his ground. Tough shot by Pau Gasol.
That was good defense from Amar'e Stoudemire. He can't do anything. He forced him out a little bit, and he had a turnaround jump shot that was extremely difficult. 15
points for Pau. Another double-digit lead for the Lakers. Amar'e digs in against Gasol. Another bucket for Stat, 27 points.
Well, you can't trade now. I mean, you know, 9-point game. You cannot trade buckets. You got to get one and dones here. Do not allow a second opportunity because they will run clock. That's what they do.
Suns need to bring out that ferocity, the intensity here in the 4th quarter. Kobe Bryant, dazzling move into the corner. 3-point attempt for Artest.
Well, that time Jason Richardson ran at Artest, and that forced him to shoot it quickly.
3-pointer, Jay Rich, absolutely. Suns needed it, and they get it from Jason Richardson.
Just watch Kobe. You know, anytime it gets under 4 minutes, he's looking at the rim. He does not want to pass it unless he has to.
That shot by Jay Rich giving the Suns new life. Fisher trying to answer with his 3-pointer. Nash had a hand in the face, but Derek Fisher just loves those big shots. He's done it numerous times for this Lakers franchise. Nash circles around, fades away. Pretty shot by Steve Nash.
Not going anywhere. Plenty of time here. Derek Fisher talking to somebody on the sideline, gave him the thumbs up on that 3, took his eye off of Steve Nash.
98-91. Nash has 14 with 7 assists. On an island is Richardson against Kobe Bryant. Nash comes over to help. Fisher, another 3. That one not close. Wide right and long. Here comes Nash. Richardson sprints past Kobe Bryant. Rises up, rolls off. Big rebound from Bynum, who then throws Lou Amundsen to the floor.
Man, you know, now come on. Man, Louis Robinson's fighting for a rebound.
Lakers will call a timeout. Very physical and heated here in the 4th quarter. Suns head coach has been ejected. 2:41 to go, and the Lakers leading by 7.
It was any intent. Still caught him on the head. I don't care. I mean, he caught him across the head, which can give you whiplash. I mean, normally on that play, there's some type of flagrant 1 or something like that. Does not get the call. Alvin Gentry loses it because he's not upset just more on that. He's upset more on the fact that the Lakers have been getting away with a physical brand of ball.
And again, that was the maddest I've seen Alvin Gentry since taking over as head coach of this team last season. And had every right to be upset. Here comes Lamar Odom. They work it around Fisher. Thought about the 3. Artest passes on a 3-point attempt. Closed out by Amundsen. Crossover, fires, and connects. Big shot for Ron Artest. Wiggling free of Lou Amundsen. Now a 9-point Laker lead.
Well, that's what he does. I mean, he has the ability to handle that basketball on the perimeter and get his shot.
15 for Artest. Richardson, corner pocket 3, down it goes.
Okay.
Trying to keep the Suns alive here late in the 4th.
Well, this is where if the Suns are going to win, they're going to win it here. You can't keep trading baskets. You got to get some stops. You're down 6. You got a few possessions left in this game.
Jay Rich coming to life offensively here in the 4th. He now has 16 for the Suns. Inside of 10 on the shot clock. Kobe gets a step on Jason Richardson. Couldn't put it in. And out of the pack comes Jay Rich. Minute 30 to go. Artest defensively on Nash. Bounce feed. Stoudemire. Hello with the crush. 4-point game. Minute 26 to go.
It's in range. You know it's Kobe time. He's going to get 2 touches this possession. You have to be ready to rotate and get to the jump shooters, especially Fisher, who is feeling good.
They run the triangle through Pau Gasol. It's Lamar Odom. Off the glass, too strong. Critical rebound from Grant Hill. Playing with those 3 stitches in his upper lip. Nash from deep, in and out. Amundsen on the chase. Up and over Phil Jackson in the Laker bench. How about the effort from Lou Amundsen? Almost took out the Lakers head coach. He did take out Frank Hamblin.
It's hard to take out Phil when he's sitting in that high chair.
Yeah.
He'll run up under his chair. That chair's so high.
On his throne. Because of the hip surgeries that he's had. He sits on the throne over there at the Lakers bench. And here comes Lou.
You know, way to help him out, Phil. Phil just leaned to the side. Like, you know, he's just too cool for me.
He did look over his shoulder just to make sure.
He just leaned. He didn't even give him an arm. You know?
He wasn't even worried about his assistants.
He had Frank Hamlin. Frank Hamlin was my assistant coach when I came in the league. He took the hit.
Two-possession game. Odom drives to his right on Stoudemire. Swatted away by Lou Amundsen. A defensive gem once again from Lou. Here come the Suns on the push. Grant Hill couldn't catch up to the pass. It may have been intended for Lou Amundsen.
No, it was intended for Grant Hill.
Was it?
He didn't let him a little bit too much. And I'm probably thinking about fouling here.
Inside of 30 seconds to go. Fisher has been so clutch in his career. Kobe, those 6 game winners this season. On the move into the lane, hesitation, draws the contact, and earns a ticket to the line with 16.5 to go.
Well, Suns had their chance. I mean, 2 opportunities. The 3 from Steve didn't go. And then the fast break opportunity, just a little bit too much lead on it to Grant Hill. But that's not what's going to cost them this game if it comes down to it. I think it's just their inability to rebound the basketball late. Now, that's huge.
That is big.
That is huge there.
Lakers have missed 8 free throws tonight.
That keeps it a 2-possession game.
The door is still open for the Suns.
Suns 1 and a 20.
1 of 2 at the line for Kobe. A timeout called by interim head coach Bill Cartwright, along with Dan Marley and Igor Kokoshkov. Now we'll have to draw up the plays with Alvin Gentry back in the coach's office after being ejected. We're back from downtown Phoenix right after this. With a 5-point lead, just 16.5 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter. Kobe just went 1 of 2 at the line. Suns still with life here late in the 4th.
Yeah, well, a little life.
And there's a recent poll, too, conducted by Sports Illustrated. Players asked, who would you want at the free throw line at the end of the game? It was Steve Nash over Kobe Bryant. They also had a players poll, too, asking about the dirtiest players in the league. Ron Artest finished 2nd to Reggie Evans. Suns inbounded to Richardson for 3. Short rebound, Kobe Bryant. And that should salt this one away for Los Angeles.
Yeah, you know, I know the Suns will be disappointed here, but, you know, it's always a measuring stick when you're playing the best team. And I thought they held their own. You look back at this game, you're going to see a few players that maybe didn't give the production that you would like. And Robin Lopez is going to shine more than anybody. I don't care about the scoring because we really don't count on him to score a lot of points. And he was able to get 6. But to play 18 minutes and don't get 1 rebound and you're 7 foot tall, I mean, that's something right there that just shows you why they could have lost this basketball game. Because 1 extra offensive rebound here or there, 1 block shot here or there. I mean, when you don't get a rebound, you don't block a shot. That just goes to show that you just weren't in the game. And that's the biggest disappointment I'll take from this loss.
And you talked about it, too. He's been so effective bringing that edge and the intensity since being named a starter by Alvin Gentry. Final seconds here for the Suns. Richardson on the move. His pass intercepted by Fisher. And the Lakers will take 3 of 4 from the Suns during the regular season. The Suns now start out this 7-game homestand 1-2 after the loss here to the Lakers.
Well, again, I think they're going to wind up with a tremendous homestand here. This is a game that's like you roll the dice. You know it's going to be difficult. They're the favorite coming in regardless whether you're at home. And you have to play a near-perfect game to beat them. And the Suns did not. They had quarters where they played well. But overall, for 48 minutes, just didn't get it done on a consistent basis.
Coming off their spring break without Channing Frye, without Leandro Barbosa, the Suns fall by 6. They were led by Stoudemire's 29 points. Back with our player of the game right after this.